Because I was thinking I would.
Mr. Sule,
Yes.
that's Google Forms that I sent. You didn't fill it.
Sorry. I'll fill it. I'll fill it.
Okay, if you fill it, I'll be able to share this document with you.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll do that.
So, Mr. Gabriel, it was this one. Maybe I should remove some of the unnecessary ones. So is this one that is titled DBT is where I've actually put one or two things in. So this project, like
Yeah.
discussing of the project, it's inside here.
Okay.
So over time, I'll keep on adding as time goes on. I'll keep on add. That's why I just shared it with you guys. That this is a live, this is live document. As I'm adding, you guys will also be seeing it. So pass it to you.
Okay. So you can just record this, continue, and then I would. But then I go down there. Do I? What you guys did yesterday? Can that your YouTube video cover them for me?
Which one?
There was a video you shared with us on YouTube.
That was the first one. It won't cover it. That yesterday's one. I didn't record it yesterday. Don't worry. I'll just go over through it now since you're here, right? You know that yesterday
Mm.
so it was more like an extra class. More like an
Yeah.
extra class. Anybody could
Okay,
just go
okay,
through.
okay. The main one starts today.
Yeah, the main one starts today.
Okay, okay, okay.
So I'm guessing we can continue from the installation part. Again,
Okay.
I'll just guide you through the project structure is one of the first things that at least you should understand before we start.
Okay. That makes sense. So I think I stopped somewhere. This is not close again. Did I restart my PC at any point? No, no.
Exactly the same thing that happened to me today. I did not restart my PC and I woke up this morning. I saw that everything had gone back to zero.
Come back to what?
Like my PC restarted overnight. I don't know what happened. Because normally I used to do hibernate.
Okay.
But when I woke up this morning, I saw my PC just rebooted.
Maybe you've left it on for so long. It just had to go off by itself.
Uh,
Okay. So
Okay, so Mr. Gabriel, let me know when you're ready. I can just
I'm
continue.
ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Where did I stop with you yesterday so that I can get on the same page?
where we stopped yesterday was, we did DocDB. You went to that getting more information about DocDB in terms of what's the name, practicing SQL.
But I'm talking of with Mr. Gabriel now, so I'll know where to
Okay,
continue
okay,
from. I
okay. I
think
thought it's me.
So for
we're
me,
still at the installation part when you left. When you left, so
Yeah, before he
yes,
left.
yes, I
Yes.
was there when I left.
you were still at the installation part. Had
Yes,
I sh-
I think I'd finished running the code that takes you to your VLC.
the VS Code and you've connected your have you connected your have you confirmed your DBT project is working properly?
How do I do that? I think
So you open up your DBT project, right, on your terminal as usual.
okay, I'm just to call directory and say cd project document, right?
Yeah. So into your
Document
DBT, into your
slash
project.
dbt underscore test project. Yeah, I don't need to put run or something.
You just enter now,
No,
okay?
just enter. As far it's just to enter your directory now. Just cd into your directory and then enter. Just
Okay.
cd from your directory. That is it.
Um, Hold on. Let me see. Um. God, I beg. This is this is documents. DBT projects. Thank you. So this is okay. Just hold on. Let me see something.
Okay.
Or this PC must work this night too.
Very good. Very important.
I think this thing is peculiar with Dell because I've not experienced. In fact, my HP before, if I have this kind of issue, the next thing I'll just do is to connect to my using my cable and it will work.
Okay. So CD.
You could get someone to check it, maybe.
Okay. So yes, doc. I've done that.
Yeah, your project.
Yes. So project test project. Yeah, I've done that.
Okay. First off, have you created your DBT project?
Yes, we created it now. So I was there yesterday. I think we named it. You guys named it test project, right?
That is your okay. Then the DBT project itself, where you install DBT, then initialize
No,
it.
no, no, it did not. It did not do it. It did not do it.
You didn't
I
use
think
it.
I've I think I've done that too.
Is your okay? Is this project in your? Is this in your project, or did you?
Transform. So I have currently no, I don't. Okay, I have transform, and I have analyze macros model.
Okay, so you've initialized your DBT project. What I
Yes.
was asking you, this one now, this transform from here, transform
Mm.
everything inside. This is your DBT project, right? This one
Mm.
itself.
So I have something like transformed after the log,
Mm.
but what I have is just the analyze macros
And
model.
it does not need to be exact. Do you have this file there?
DBT DBT project dot
YML.
YML. Yes, I have it.
Okay, so it means you've created your DBT project itself.
Why is my own not having your folders?
Don't worry, it's me that added all those extra error.
That extract is very important too.
It's not yet important for now. So what you do first is in your terminal, you're going to enter cd into your DBT project itself, right? So your DBT project should be transformed.
So am I typing I'm just to see this transform.
Yeah, cd transform. Let me even use cd transform. Sorry.
Okay, that's done.
Uh, Let me open the actual code.
You know, our system formation.
Yes, that is what I'm using. cd transformation. So
Transformation.
now you're in your project itself, right? So you're in your DBT project. What you will do now is uv run. So let me be sharing the documents.
Run DBT. Dog DBT dog.
So what you do
Ah.
here is just dbt uv run dbt then debug, right? So once you run this, it will confirm if
Okay. DBT debug. I
It will
think I have this.
confirm if you've set up your project properly.
So I'm debugging. I don't know if it.
So you should see this all checks passed.
Yes, all check pass.
Okay, so that means your project, you've correctly set up your project. That means as far as you and Sule are concerned, you've already gone through the whole steps of creating.
Okay, I think this was where we were yesterday before I left because he was trying. He said he was downloading or something.
Yes, he was downloading his packages. I don't know why his package was taking forever to download. So that was where you left.
Yes.
So as it is now, your whole project is like you've set up your project properly. From here now, you can start working with DBT and your Doggy and whatnot. So the next thing
Okay.
I want to do is to explain the folder structures to you, like everything that is in this folder.
Okay.
Test project. Go. Let me see. Maybe one you don't have this. Okay, so now this transformation from here transformation. I just yesterday when we were creating when me and Sule were creating our own project, I just named mine transformation for the new project I created. But yours is transform. You can literally call it anything. I just like to call it what I'm familiar with. So once you initialize the project, this is what comes in. All this comes in the project, right? Like a built-in template. So from here you will see this dbt project.yml file. Now this dbt project.yml file is your configuration file. This one and another file which is profiles.yml, they are your configuration files. So if you go back to your terminal where you run this code, where you run your debug code, you will see two lines here. Using
Dot
profiles.yml,
YML file at.
and then using dbt project.yml. So it will show you where your YML, where your profile files is. This one, dbt created it itself automatically. It created it here. So it just stores it over here. It does not store it in your actual project because this has to do with credentials that connects to your database. So
Okay.
if I go and open up the folder, if I go and open up that file, enter users.dbt profiles. So now this is our transformation configuration. So this is configuration for our transformation project, right? This profiles.yml and dbt project.yml are the two important files when you're starting up your project. If these files are not set correctly, the project will not run correctly. So lucky for us, dbt sets up these files by themselves. But imagine if in any case you were creating your project from scratch. In some cases, maybe the person doesn't want to use dbt initialize for any reason. You can literally create all these folders from scratch by yourself and it's fast, but that is not what I'm going to focus on now. So over here now, if you see in our dbt project.yml, the name of our project is transformation. The version just comes along with it. Now you will see here profile equals transformation. In this our profiles.yml, you will see your transformation. So this points to this your project, right? Your profile here is pointing to this configuration transformation here, right? And it's using .b over here. Now, in your own profiles.yml file, you will not see all these extra ones here. You will not see all these ones here. These are projects that I've done before, so it's all just created it inside there. Anytime you do a new project, it will create of your file inside this same profiles.yml file. So it's just keep on creating for every new project that you do. Now in this case now you can see here that we are using .b, but in a previous one where I used
Hello, boss. Good.
Yes, yes. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
okay, let me know when you're done now. So Mr. Sule,
Yes.
how do you want to do it now?
I don't know.
Mhm.
Let me check. It's not back. Not back. So most likely I will just yeah, recording now, Abi.
Yeah, I'm recording.
Yeah, so maybe what I'll Windows updates. Okay, so my Windows need updates. So the only thing I have to connect now for my Windows to update now is my problem. Mm. Um, so the only thing I can do now is just to follow, just connect and follow. Then
No problem.
probably I can use the video to now practice.
No problem. I don't with because of time self, I may not even do any practical stuff today. Just walk through this with Mr. Gabriel. Then then by tomorrow we can see how far we go.
Okay, because I don't know. And I'm not happy with this thing. So
And it's just today.
I said this it connected. Then and I saw that it was just it was not stable. So I now had to just okay, let me restart my laptop just to allow it to update and boom, just went off.
And tomorrow is Sunday, so you may not be able to see which carry to fix.
Well, I'm trying to troubleshoot. I've troubleshoot now. It told me I should update my driver, but the issue now is I cannot update my driver because of there's no LAN. You're not even seeing the LAN also. Like it's supposed to translate my cable into LAN, but not even seeing it. So, well,
The time, although me it was HP I was using that time. The time I used to have issues with Wi-Fi connection. What I just used to do is I'll go and disable the driver and then enable it again and to just work.
Yeah, I've
but
never had this. So I don't even know what you guys are talking about. It's strange to me.
well, not pay to have it all.
So you are using Mac now, Mr. Gabriel.
No. I'm using Windows. I'm a data analyst. Mac is not my friend for now. I can't go through the stress of partitioning to just use Power BI.
Okay.
Yeah, because you cannot use Power BI or Mac except you have to install Windows or Mac.
Well, I can use Mac though since I'm not really a Power BI person.
You are a tableau. You are an EA, so
Mm,
I mean an AE. So yeah.
so I don't like that. I don't like building all those dashboard. Okay, so let's continue. As I was saying, all these are previous projects I've done before. This is one I did with BigQuery. This is a configuration and connection stuff. Now it separates this from your project so that because this holds like credentials. You don't want to be inputting credentials into your project, so that's why this is separated. This holds the credentials for connecting your project to your data warehouse. That is what this profiles.yml do. That's as simple as it is. Why this one is just general configuration for your project. Anything you run, how it works. So, for example, now this where is my stuff? Sure.
Okay, it is named models.
This is named model. If you were the same with analysis, the same with tests, the same with seeds and macros and snapshots. So it's just a way to it just uses the name of the folder to identify the parts, right? So models part, analysis part, test part, seeds parts, macros parts, and snapshot parts. If maybe for any reason you open a project and maybe the person that did it that day was drunk and you saw the folders are different names, right? It will definitely give you an issue here in within this DBT project, right? By so if you go down here, clean targets, I'll explain this later, not necessary to explain now. Models. So first things first, let me start explaining the important folders. Our most important folder here is our models folder.
Is this the part where I get my pen?
You could, but then you could, just to learn actively, active learning.
I know the child I write to, but I think I want to write now.
Okay.
I'm inspired to write.
So now these models is our most important folder here. Like everything you do in DBT is centered around the models that you create. If you were to carry out tests, you're testing your models. If you were to write macros, which are functions, it's going to be using the models, right? Seeds are like CSV files I'll explain, it's going to be using the models. So models are literally the center of your project, right? It's where you carry out your if you know DBT is a transformation tool, models is where you carry out your transformation and building any all those business KPIs or metrics that you will be building. So everything is built in models. Now in your projects, you should see an example folder within it, right? My first DBT model or my second DBT model, whatever is within your or whatever is in your own project, is most likely going to be this. So these are just examples of models. Models are literally just SQL transformations. So you get your data, you transform it entirely using SQL. I'm not going to go into SQL for today, but just know that models are the most important things that you're building in DBT. Everything you do boils down to building a model in DBT. So you're always going to, if you ever see a job description, you see transforming data from a table to DBT or SQL. So that's the center of it. So everything is stored in the models folder. Now, secondly, let me see. We have macros. If you've done any programming before, like Python or JavaScript or some other programming language, we have what is called. Mr. Gabriel, have you done any programming before?
Not really.
None.
Not really. Yeah.
Okay.
But I understand what I understand. I will probably understand you.
Okay. Macros are just functions, right? They are functions that will be used in your DBT models. You create a function to do something, right? You create a function to maybe convert convert naira to dollar. That is a function that I can create. You create it in your macros and then you can use it in your models, right? You create a function maybe to return a list of something.
So let me just ask. So when you create that, you like reference it every time you want to. So instead of creating it afresh every time you want to use it, you probably just reference it, right?
Yes, you reference it inside
Okay.
there, and that is the good
What
part.
macros we do normally in Excel,
Mm,
right? That you just record macros and one thing repeat the same thing. If it's going to be repeated, you can just call it or use it at any time. If that makes
exactly,
sense.
is the
Okay.
same thing. That is just very
Okay.
similar. So you can just reference, and that is the good thing about DBT. All these things it exists only. I won't say only in DBT. I've not tested out other frameworks, but DBT is one of the this is one of the reasons a lot of companies use DBT. So DBT treats data projects like a software engineering analysis. Now, analysis acts. So these are your models. Once you create your projects and you deploy your projects to your data warehouse, you run your project from your data warehouse. Every model that you created in this place, every model you created under this folder will be created inside your data warehouse. So this is a model that will be created it's created like a table. So it's not a model in your data warehouse, it's referred to as a table. So this will be created as a table in your data warehouse. All your models will be created as a table. Now, but for analysis, any SQL, if you are to write SQL scripts, you write SQL scripts. But any SQL scripts you write here is not created as a table in your warehouse. They call it materialization. So materialization simply means converting your models data warehouse assets into tables. So they won't be materialized in your data warehouse. They just live in the project. Why that is, it's just in case you want to do some analysis with SQL and you don't want it to be used in your project. You just want to have it like explore one or two things and you have it over there. So for any SQL exploration you're doing, maybe you're testing a model to see how it will work out, but you don't want to deploy it yet. You can just have it stored in this analysis folder. So once you create, now for seeds snapshots, seeds and snapshots, I'll leave this for now. They're a bit more advanced, but nothing serious. Seeds, in your seeds folder, you just hold CSV files, right? This folder are meant to hold CSV files. So I'll explain the type of CSV files you hold in this place now. Now for snapshot has to do with slowly changing your distribution. It's an advanced topic. Targets. Now this folder, targets folder. So if you want to write your model, your models that you write inside here, everything you write here are just their DBT projects. Once you initialize your project and drop it into your data warehouse, it means your DBT models will be materialized and run into whatever data warehouse you're using to create it. Now, targets is the compiled, is the code that has been compiled that will actually be used by the data warehouse. So your BigQuery or your DocDB is not going to be using this code. The moment you compile your project, you will see it inside here. You will see a compiled project. Let me see if I can bring up an example. Targets. So you can see this is a project I've done before. You will see a folder here compiled. Then you will now see your actual transform models inside here. Now this is the code. Everything here is what the data warehouse is actually using. This one is your own problem. This is for the data warehouse after you've compiled your code.
So target basically is for the data warehouse.
Yes, it's technically you're not even touching it. You have no business, you have nothing to do with it.
But anything you do on your own side, it will affect the target.
Yes, anything you do is to affect your target over here. So if I were to show you an
Okay.
example now, let me say in my models I have maths and staging. So let me open staging. STG OLIS customers SQL. So this is what I created in my model, staging model, right? If I now go to
Hmm.
targets, I'll see the exact same thing here. Compiled models, staging. So this is what is going to be run in the data warehouse. Right? It looks exactly the same, but there's slight differences because this is a very simple model. So there's always going to be differences.
Project.
But hmm? There's always going to be
I
differences.
said model.
Yeah, I didn't get you.
No, I was just repeating what you were saying.
Okay. So all this target is just for the data warehouse. Then the last, what else? Tests. Mr. Gabriel, hope you're still here.
Yes, I'm here. Oh.
Okay. So tests are simply tests that you run on your DBT models, just to ensure your models meet certain assertions or certain requirements or conditions, right? So we should familiar with what tests are, even if we've not done it in DBT, just to ensure that your models meet a certain condition, like to check your model does not have empty values, or to check this is in a particular format or whatnot. So everything here now is just our this is our basic DBT project structure, which is what I just went through now. So is there any question? Any question so far?
No, so far no.
Okay. So yeah, Mr. Sule, you too also.
No, any question for now.
Okay. So the first thing we are going to do, right, is we'll go directly into a simple practical work to build this project. Now, this is a very simple project. It takes in um okay, Mr. Gabriel, let me also show you the DocDB.
Yes.
Let me show you the DocDB UI. So open up your terminal. Open up your terminal, and in your terminal just run this DocDB space dash UI. So run this code. So this will generate your the DocDB UI itself. So let me know if you've done yours.
Yeah, it's still loading.
Okay, it's going to take a while because it's your first time of doing it to download some couple of
It's
things.
saying could not fetch from hui.db.org. Connect SSL connection field. Should I run it again?
SSL connection. Try and run it again. Let's see.
Oh, God, like.
If it's still failing, just send me a screenshot. All those things are system issues now that is very hard to point out where the problem is for.
Okay, so when I was watching your video, there was one part that required that we type one. I don't know if we got there, like during the video, that you write a code and then you have to enter one
Um,
and move on. And I'm not sure I've done that in this project site so far, but then let me do it again.
right, you should have done that for the fact that when you run when you run dbt debug, if everything returned as connection passed, then it means you did that.
Okay.
If you didn't do that, it's not passed. So as far as you got this, all checks passed. It means you did
So
well.
do I need to before running the what is it called? The UI when I'm opening up a new terminal. Do I need to call the project or just type in
Just type it
the cause dot db
dash UI. Just leave it.
UI?
It doesn't matter where you type it in. It will still run.
Okay, just
It's going.
it's still loading.
It should take a while. Hopefully it works this time.
Same problem. Don't worry, just continue. I'll probably try to debug that myself. Just don't worry.
Okay. So this is our DocDB UI. Now the purpose of this like the notebook that why you open. It's just best to use this for data exploration, just exploring data. And I personally use it for practicing SQL. So you can use this if you want to practice SQL without having to install all those progress and install everything. You just use this and be practicing SQL. So over here you have attached databases. You have memory, which is it just comes in with DocDB, and then you can attach your own database inside here. Now, what the attached database means is you already have in this project now. If you go to your project that you initialized, like created, if you go to your project, you should see a dev.docdb within it. So, Mr. Gabriel, confirm you can see this in your project.
Dev.talkdb.
Uh,
Yes.
okay, so you can attach this database into the UI, and you can literally be exploring data within it. Right? You can be exploring the data in that database within it. So let me attach mine. If you want to attach yours, I've already done that before. But if you want to attach yours, you can just go here, then copy the parts of the database, copy parts, and then go over here, copy the parts, go back and then paste it in. Right? Paste it in, then give it any name you want to give it, and then add database. So once you add it, you use it here, you see it over here. So right now the database is still empty because we've not done anything in it, right? So I will attach this one, another one which I've done something which is this one, right? I already have data inside here, so that you see what it is. Test projects, all this. Let's see. So you can see it over here. Now this is exactly how your data right? It will just look like regular pages, and you can explore the data within it. Let me just play recording. And you can explore the data within it. You can run SQL scripts over here to query your data and then explore it. Now, personally, like I said, I use this to practice SQL a lot. Right? So this helps me if you want to play on when we are learning SQL, this will be what we do most of the time. So over here, this first code that I ran was where I created a table. I imported my data sets that is on my PC into this data warehouse. So into my DocDB data warehouse I had before, I just ran this SQL code and then imported them into the data warehouse. So you can also do this. Then you can start exploring the data inside here. Now this once you import data into it, you can still use it within your DBT project because it's literally the same database that you're using over here. So you just import it and then start using it over here. Now another thing you should know is one thing you should know is the limitation of DocDB. Now DocDB you can't how do I want to put it? Mr. Gabriel, are you following?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, so let me just This is our project. This is my project, right? My project I've just created. Now this is our database. I've already attached this database to our DocDB UI,
You are okay.
and now our DocDB UI is using the database, and for that reason, I can't use this database anywhere else. That's the limitation. That's the limitation of DocDB, right? It only allows one process, a single process, to use it at a time. And let me show you an example. If I were to go here and write, just let me use one. If I were to go here and write db2 debug, which is the same code that we ran the other time, it will give me an error. It will give me an error because it is trying to read this database, but the DocDB UI is already using it. The moment I detach it from here, right? If I detach it from this place and then go back and run it, it will come out successfully because I've removed it from that process. Right? So that is one limitation with DocDB. Right? It only allows for a single process to read and write your database at a single time. It just means that in case maybe you're doing something and you're saying like, okay, you can't understand, you see the error here, cannot open file, blah blah blah, the process cannot access the file because it is being used by another process. File is already open in tools.db.exe. So that is one thing to note with DocDB databases. Okay, so I can close
Meeting will end in 15 minutes.
this on. Okay,
I just got indication that meeting will end in 15 minutes.
okay, no problem. So if it ends, do you people want to continue or we just move it to continue tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
So tomorrow, hopefully, Mr. Sule, by tomorrow, if your
My
PC,
laptop must be working. It
should
has
be
to work.
okay, then by tomorrow we would start with this simple project, right? At least just to run your first actual DBT model and bring it into the data warehouse to know how to just get the whole feel of exploring data and transforming data with DBT. So
Right.
so this is what we'll be doing tomorrow. This project here. I've already
That's fine.
I've already uploaded this on GitHub, even if you want to check it out before then. So we'll be creating these models, right? You may not need to write out the code. You can just copy it because we are not focusing on SQL now. You don't need to do that. You can just copy it and then move along with it. On your VS Code, there are some extensions that will be helpful for you to download. So where is it? Okay, you search for this extension, Power User for DBT, and then install it on your VS Code.
Okay.
Mhm.
So it's nothing serious. If you don't have it, you can still work with it, but it makes development very much easier.
You said it is power user.
Power User for DBT.
Okay.
When you install that one and then you install this one also, DocDB SQL tools. So these two, DocDB, they've taken it. DocDB and DocDB SQL tools.
Okay. Let me see
The
the.
dog did what?
DocDB SQL tools. They are just helpful extension for while building projects.
Okay.
Okay, so those are those, and then Mr. I've shared this folder to Mr. Gabriel. Mr. Sule, it remains you. If you fill up that form, I'll pick up your email. Yeah, or
Yeah.
you can just send your email on WhatsApp. Let me do that.
Okay.
But still just fill up the form.
Yeah, I'll do that now. Oh God. Oh, my laptop this shit get this evening.
Hello.
Okay, and also before tomorrow, you can download. If you check these documents, you see create your first model here. You see data set. Just click the link. It will take you to where to download. It will take you to the Kaggle data set to download. It's on Drive, by the way.
Okay.
It's on my Drive, so it's just take you there and you download it. This is data set that I'll be using.
Mm. Okay.
Okay, so far so good. Mr. Gabriel.
Yeah. Yes.
So yesterday I was also telling Mr. Slade that in case you want to learn, you know, other advanced, you just want to study DBT on its own. This DBT, they have their own learning platform, which honestly is the one thing I'll advise anybody that wants to learn DBT properly. They have their own learning platform where you can actually learn the stuff A to Z. Right? Everything updated is always updated. At least they try to update it. I want to believe they do. Just there you see various courses or various subjects, right, that you can take up. And the one I'm taking is this one, which is their DBT certified developer part. Right, in case you want to get their certification at any point in time, you have a clear roadmap. Right, you have a clear roadmap there that you can just follow from regular stuff to advanced certification. You have everything there. So if you ever want to practice or to just learn about it, just go to their learning platform. If you go to their website, you should see just get to pick over here, resources. You see learning hub. It's very important. This is your documentation, log. In case anything on your own end, you're having any issue on your own end, you can always visit the website or even ask ChatGPT. Hopefully, ChatGPT will give you updated stuff, documentation, log, and other helpful materials to use. So it's a very nice. They have honestly they have a lot of materials that one can just using their website get away with. Okay, so I'm guessing we can call it a day. Yeah, the call ends in 6 minutes. Okay, so
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much.
yeah, you're welcome, Mr. Sule.
Thank you, boss.
So by tomorrow we will start the practical part, practical theory.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. So good night, guys. Take care.
Good night. Good night. Take
Good night. Thank you.
Hello, good evening. Fine, my battery is about to die. My battery is about to die. It's low. It's not like it. It was light, but I was not charging it.